I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is would a close fight with Porter prove Crawford is overrated? But before we dive in, there's just this tweet that we're asking you to retweet if you're on Twitter. If you watch the Boxing Bros or you support the Boxing Bros, it's a tweet to Eddie Hearn. It's just asking for the Boxing Bros to get media passes to the bout in New Hampshire with Bubu Andrade in the fight at Madison Square Garden with Teofimo Lopez. So you can retweet that. If you're on Twitter, I'm going to turn this over to Trill, Nostradamus, Dollar Bill. What would a close fight with Porter prove? Would a close fight with Porter prove that Crawford is overrated?
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Would a close fight with Porter prove that? No, because Porter proved that he's a dog, and he makes every fight a rough and tough type of fight, and he makes everybody look. You know, he makes fights look ugly. That's just what Porter does. And he has this way of just throwing fights and making fights look, you know, really, really tough. No, if Crawford gets knocked out, you know what I'm saying, then we can be like, okay, he was overrated. But if he gets into a tough fight with Shawn Porter, no, Shawn Porter's a tough guy. He makes things rugged and ugly in there. So no, I'm gonna say no.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Hold on. It ain't Conspiracy G, brother.
Oh, sorry. G Songs.
It's G Songs.
G Songs. I'm sorry. GQG. I'm sorry. G Songs.
G, you got to serenade the audience before you even like.
Yo, I ain't even got to do that. I already told y'all, man. Yo, it's winter season. Winter season mean I'm back in here, baby. You know what I mean?
Doing style, G.
I'll leave that 6.
Hey, G, if you had to sing a Trey Songz song, what song would it be, G?
Put your number in my phone. You know what I mean? Because that's the only one I can right now. Yeah, but like responding to the question, would a close fight with Porter prove Crawford's overrated? I don't believe that as well. I agree with Tro 1000 on this. Porter has just been too good of a fighter in 147. You know, like even when he loses, it's a competitive loss. So it's not like I've seen anybody just run through him. You know, so if anything, it just proves how good Porter is. I don't think it discredits Crawford in any way. You know, like now if Crawford lost, then I'll be like, oh man. But if he beats him, even though it was a close fight, I think he's gonna get the respect nonetheless because everyone knows the skill sets that Porter provides in the ring. He's all up on you. He's moving around. He's throwing a lot of punches. This dude, he takes punches. So he makes fights like really complicated for his opponents. So yeah, I wouldn't say he's overrated at all if he gets into a close fight with Porter.
Ned the TBE.
Nah, I agree. I feel if it's a close fight, it depends how close of a fight is. If it's like a bar fight where they're throwing, they're exchanging a lot, and it's like it's vicious, and then we're like it just gets us on the edge of our seats. Yeah, it's nothing. We can't. I don't think we would say Crawford's overrated for that. But like Crawford gets beat or he loses to Porter in a fashion where it's like you lost, bro. You like lost, and this whole time you've been pulling your shenanigans. Then I would say Crawford's overrated. But right now, you know, I'm excited for this fight. Can't wait. I have high expectations for this fight, even though the hype is here. But I got high expectations for this fight.
Yeah, I think it depends on your expectations going in. If you're expecting Crawford to wash Porter, or you think this is going to be an easy fight, and it ends up being a close fight, then maybe you need to evaluate the way you see Terence Crawford, because maybe you're overrating him. But to say overall that he's overrated, I would say no. History has shown us that everyone has a close fight with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter shows up. Shawn Porter shows up to win. Shawn Porter has a difficult style, and he makes it difficult for everyone. He has a style where a lot of people say it's impossible to look good against, right? Is how I would describe Shawn Porter. So if he's in a close fight with Shawn Porter, the important thing is to win the fight. Will it prove that he's overrated? To me, no, because I think Shawn Porter's elite. I've always said Shawn Porter's elite. For me, the way I evaluate fighters is not the fact that fighters lose, because I believe that when the best fight the best, someone has to lose. It's just a given. But it's the way you lose, how competitive you were. What did you show in that fight? You can show you are elite in a loss. You can do that, right? And so for me, it would be more so if he had a close fight with Shawn Porter, it would just tell me that Shawn Porter is just that good. He's just a step below the best. And it would be another fight in which Shawn Porter just came up a little short, like with Keith Thurman, like with Kell Brook, like with Earl Spence, and then TC can add his name to that list of guys who Porter came up short against. But to me, it wouldn't prove that he's overrated. But if you're someone who like walks around saying he could beat Sugar Ray Leonard or Sugar Ray Robertson, if you're one of those people saying he could beat Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter in the same night, well, if he had a tough fight with Shawn Porter and barely pulled that out, then I don't think he could beat Danny and Shawn in the same night. So maybe people are going to find out that their expectations of him have been too high. But to me, it wouldn't prove that he's overrated, because to me, if you get the dub, you get the dub.
Yeah, exactly. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. And please check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Dear at 80 Hearn and at Matchroom Boxing. The Boxing Bros would like to request media passes to at Boo Boo Andre fight in New Hampshire and at the Telefimo Lopez fight in Madison Square Garden. Please contact me with your response to our request. Thank you. And thank you. Please retweet our tweet on Twitter. We are the Boxing Bros.
Just gotta make it.
Just gotta make it.
You're welcome.